What's good? Welcome to First String Podcast, week 2 of the NFL. We are about to make our picks. We're going to get it done. We'll be joined today by one that is usually in the chat. Our guy, John Graves, will be with us. So, y'all know what we're about to do. Let's get right into it.
Artlist.io.
Welcome back to First String Podcast presented by BetRivers. Make sure you download the BetRivers app or go to www.betrivers.com. You must be 21 years or older to play. Today's show is all about the NFL and getting you ready for a great football Sunday in week 2. With that being said, let's bring in the squad right now. Say it. How's it going?
Need not say anything else.
I did report the Georgia Bulldogs to the NCAA today, lining up tight ends when they really wide receivers. I did report that. That is not fair to South Carolina. Not fair at all. And another guy who has an extensive list here, we bring in Ant. What's good, Ant? How are you? Oh, he's praying.
Hey, you praying for Florida?
Nothing else to say, man.
Nothing else to say.
Sensei.
Bring it in. All right, let's bring in the first lady, A. How are you, lady?
Hello.
Hey, you good today?
Yes, I'm good. I don't
nervous
know.
about tomorrow.
What's that?
Oh,
What's
no.
that?
I'm just saying hi.
good.
I'm just pointing
Okay.
over there. I'm just saying
Hello.
Here
hey.
you come. Here
I
you
just-
come.
I want to make sure no
This
shade.
your
was
second
had.
time. This your second show. As soon as she come in, she came from my throat. I don't know
I
what
did
that's
not.
about.
I didn't do that
He
today.
came
say
from my
throat.
throat. She said, "What is that?" I'm just saying, hey.
Yeah.
you know
I
what
wanted to
I'm
make sure there was no shade
saying?
being
It's the
thrown,
lady
you know.
A. That's all I'm
Let's
saying.
let's
you.
bring in John Graves. What's good, John? How are you, man?
How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Hey, good.
All right, I'm booing John off the rip. He came in the chat. I was out with my daughter. He said, mute him as soon as he gets back. All that.
You know what to do.
Oh,
Come on with it, John. We'll see you next week.
Hey,
hey,
rough.
let's say
You
what's
got
up.
that right, Hawk.
Let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. Hey, said, look at this one. 26-10.
Uh-oh.
Kyle's first in the building. What's good, everybody? Go Caps is in the building. He said hello. We got Hawk in the building. He said First String Podcast said on cloud. Now he sure is, man. You already know. He's up there. Georgia did what they were supposed to do. So you know, hey. That's gonna be a theme today. Watch this. Georgia.
I'm just following instructions, man. I'm following instructions.
Say it, yes, sir, Hawk. All right, nice shirt, repping First String Podcast, strong. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
All right, let's get this going, man. So, listen, if y'all late to the chat, y'all gonna have to rewind and catch up because y'all know we about to get into all of the NFL games today. Let's get this thing started right now. Here we go. Our first game up to bat is going to be the New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The New England Patriots coming off a loss in week 1 to the Miami Dolphins. The Pittsburgh Steelers coming off of a win, right? Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off a win, but for some reason they are underdogs to Bill Belichick. And I do still believe that Mike Tomlin has yet to have a losing season. Daniel Jones, can he get right? The injury list for the Patriots was very, very long. The Pittsburgh Steelers are coming in pretty healthy. They may be without the services of Najee Harris. Let's look at these lines. Yeah. The New England Patriots is -2.5 at -110. Their win line is -136. The points is 40.5. Pittsburgh Steelers are +2.5 at -110, +120 on the win line And that's still 40.5, like I said from the beginning. That the over is 107 and the under is 114. Said I forgot to do it again. Is the board updated? Say it. Is the board?
You forgot the board, player.
I did. I forgot the board. Let's see. Let's check this board out.
Hold on. Wait. Let me see.
Oh wait, that's not updated.
Come on.
I didn't have time. I gotta move them over, man.
Oh,
I didn't have time to move them over, man. I got here late.
All right, well, just tell us who's going first, who's going second, who's going third.
Hold on, I gotta find my sheet, player.
Oh, Lordy.
I don't have it in front of me. I took it in the back, put it on the computer.
He was still high stepping from the Georgia game.
we only had one game. It's not tough.
Actually,
anybody pick?
Lady A is still on top.
I was say everybody picked the Chiefs, didn't they?
Huh?
Everybody picked the Chiefs, didn't they?
Nah, I don't think you did.
Oh no, we talking about week 2. Wait a minute.
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
I
mean,
he's like, I definitely.
Pick. Stop playing, man.
You're killing me, Pick. You're killing me. We talking about week 2, man. Wait a minute. I'm sitting here thinking like the week is over. Wait, what week we on?
Okay,
we on week 2, but we only have one game.
We only had one game, and you 0 for 1. No, I'm just playing.
No, I'm not. I know I picked I picked
No,
LA
you picked the
and
spread saved.
The spread. That's right.
The spread saved. Everybody got a W.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The spread saved.
I think somebody listen.
Nobody picked the Chargers.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He picked the
Chargers, but with the spread.
But the spread. The spread saved it.
I said it was going to be close. Give me my money.
You almost got out.
All right,
well,
you know what?
Well, I still was right, Lady A on top.
Pick
her.
Paul said.
Show that.
Wait a minute.
See that board one more time.
That's last week's board.
Yeah, but it's
everybody
just right?
Everybody's moved up one. But at the end of tomorrow, I have the new board up with everybody on it.
All right,
with it updated.
Who picking first then?
So, John, our guest always go first.
It'll be John, then it'll be me, then it'll be
then
Pick, and then you, and then Lady A is last because she was number 1.
Not too far from the top. Got it. Let's go.
Oh. Y'all should have known that was coming.
Hey, who you got, John?
All right, so the thing for this is like this is hilariously enough a revenge game for Gunnar Olszewski because he said I saw when I was looking at this thing that he was like you always want to play well when you go see your ex, and so he's going to be facing his ex, but at the same time, the reason why the Patriots have been beating the Steelers is because they had Tom Brady. Well, guess what? They don't have anymore. Tom Brady. Right. And so I believe one of the biggest things you're going to be looking at is Cam Hayward is going to be trying to welcome Cole Strange into the NFL all day long. And that does not look good for the Patriots. The Steelers have only lost twice at home in 2021. So I'm going to go with the Steelers, man. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Steelers can get them by a touchdown.
Okay, you like the 2.5, the plus the 2.5.
You know, I don't know what that is. I do not gamble at all. All right, I told you what I do.
You just want to straight win. Got
Let's go.
All I know is
that's fine.
Who gonna win? Who gonna lose?
He said money line.
That's what he said.
We just give him a straight win.
What I said.
It's on me.
Money line.
It's on me now.
No,
okay.
No.
Normally, I would pick the Georgia Bulldogs and George Pickens.
Hold on. What'd you say?
That's normally what I would do, but Pittsburgh is without TJ Watt. They without another defensive lineman that's hurt. The Patriots gonna light Pittsburgh up in Pittsburgh. Give me the Pats, and I'm gonna lay that 2.5.
Oh, you laying the 2.5? Well, let me scoop up what you putting down. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers money line, sir. Pittsburgh Steelers money line. That's plus that 120. This is one of my picks and plays for the day. I just believe Pittsburgh got way too much offense to mess around with the New England Patriots. And
yeah, I think we just keep discounting Mike Tomlin and how good a coach he is, man. He is one of the greats. And I mean, he's had 3 different teams, 3 different quarterbacks in a season and still didn't have a losing season. We haven't seen coaching like this in a long, long time. Mm-hmm. Give me Pittsburgh plus the 120 on the money line. I'm going to speak clear, say, because I don't want no interceptions. Like somebody passed over your head and then got on Washington Commanders shirt.
Horrible. Horrible. This is horrible. Because I'm agreeing with Ant. That's horrible.
I know, right?
Welcome to the SEC.
Hey man, you can't argue with greatness, John.
I mean, okay, look, I'm not agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with Mike Tomlin, all right, because he's my frat brother.
There we go.
You agreeing with me, man?
Okay. Negative. You are not a factor. And frankly, but I will say, when you talking about George Pickens, pause. You talking about George Pickens? The fact of the matter is that I'm looking here. He ran like 39 routes, but he was only targeted 3 times. So I believe he's going to be a much bigger factor. And I just feel like Mr. Trubisky's got more experience, and I think he can handle it.
Let's go. Lady A.
So the Patriots are not the same Patriots. So we all know that. I'm going with Pittsburgh because I believe in Mike. So I do agree with Ant. I believe in Mike. So I'm with the Pittsburgh still.
Hey, say it. Say it.
Wilson!
Yeah, you're by yourself.
He just be. I think Sid just be. Well, nah, he ain't looking for
a man on
a man alone.
And just so I want to let y'all know that Wilson was really sad yesterday on Friday. Hey, I was in there.
No, you weren't.
And then that Valdosta quarterback.
You always jump the good. He be jumping the good.
I did. Let's move on to our next game. We got the Indianapolis Colts traveling down south to take on Jacksonville Jaguars in Duval. Matt Ryan has not gotten his first win as a Colt, but he was the missing piece for some unknown reason. Houston was up on the Colts. Can you believe this? With that mighty defense, now they're returning to the scene of the crime where they could not beat the Jacksonville Jaguars last year. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence was off last weekend when they played the Commanders. They have a ton of talent. This is not your grandfather's Jaguar team. Do the Jaguars get their first win? Their defense came to play. Their offense came to play. They forced Carson Wentz into 2 turnovers. Got another one from Curtis Samuels. Let's see how we like this one right here. John Graves, who you got?
Thank you.
Look, nobody can tell you when the last time was that the Colts beat the Jags at home, and it ain't going to start tomorrow. Besides that, I just don't believe in Matt Ryan, man. I think that Trevor Lawrence is gaining confidence. He did mess up a little bit, but that's because our rush was leaving him flustered. We were making him move out the pocket, and we're making him move. He was under duress a whole lot. I think that, and also the Colts, they look like, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're without Shaquille Leonard, right? So that's going to hamper their pass rush. So I just don't see it. The Colts couldn't beat the Tech. I can't even say it without laughing. The Colts couldn't beat the Texans. All right, they ain't gonna beat the Jaguars. So
Jaguars. He likes the
Jags.
There we go. Say it.
I'm gonna have to agree with JG down here on the bottom. I think that the defense played very, very well against Washington. I know nobody wants to hear that right now, the Washington fans. And they left touchdowns on the field. We all saw it firsthand. Some of us saw it.
We was like this at the game.
So I'm gonna take Jacksonville at home to get their first win of the year.
Bro, when he did that wow, I fell out. He kind of threw it under the table. I said, we got to do this more often.
Hey, listen. I do believe in what I saw from the Jaguars. I think Doug Peterson probably showed his team a lot of love this week and let them know that they're doing what's right. And I think they'll buy in when they look back at that film and how many mistakes they made. I think they do beat the Colts. And then this week, the Colts will not have Carson Wentz to blame. Give me the Jags plus the 3, please.
I don't know. I just believe that Matt Ryan, he has to be given the same.
Well,
that can happen. Hey, that can happen tomorrow now. You know his ways.
Oh no.
You know his ways out here.
Yeah, you
Bald
see me
horse in
coming on
Dallas.
this joint tomorrow. My hair shoulder length, boy.
Boy, a bald horse in Dallas.
Man. But no, I do think that Matt Ryan, and this is no shade, I do think for this team, Matt Ryan is an upgrade over what Carson Wentz was for this team. And I think he has to get some time. I think with the defense and with the run game, he will be able to rebound. I'm just not so sure this is the week that he does it. I'm gonna take +3 on the spread for Jacksonville just because I do believe it will be a tough game because the Colts can travel with defense in the run game. But give me the +3 on the spread for the Jags.
Okay.
Lady A.
So I'm kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. First of all, I do feel like the Jaguars need to win this. I mean, let's be real. Look at how they played last week. They kind of scored against themselves. So with that said, I'm going to take the Colts with the spread.
The Colts with the spread.
With the spread.
She's laying 3.
You said they scored against themselves?
I mean, in a way, they caused the Commanders to score. They kind of gave the game.
Oh, like they worked against themselves.
Yeah,
okay, I
worked
got you.
against
Okay, I got
themselves.
you. I got you. Okay.
They scored against themselves.
No,
Zoom-
I was
zoom-
like,
zoom-
okay, I
zoom in
got
on
you. I
my
want
pick.
to roll with you now.
Zoom in on my pick. Zoom in on my pick.
You said what? Yeah.
Well done!
Yes, I will take it. I will take the mantle.
I'm not even gonna act like that's just such a terrible pick. It's not a
No,
bad
it's
pick.
really not.
It's really not. It's just you are a woman on an island by yourself.
Yes, you are. You are.
I'm good.
I'm actually disappointed in you, said, because you didn't mention Trayvon Walker.
Yep.
You did not say.
No,
I
I did not.
Why
Matt
did you
Ryan is
have
not
that
gonna say-
I'm
expression
missing
when he
Tyson
was waving
Campbell, which I
Right,
did not
you
miss
see how
Tyson
he's kind of
Campbell.
going like this?
He's like, yeah, you didn't.
He's a
say
cornerback,
all.
University of Georgia, Tyson Campbell. I didn't mention either one.
I'm just saying though, but for real, Matt Ryan's not ready for that. What that pick that he got against us last week,
Mhm.
he wasn't even where he was supposed to be. Like everybody, like you never see a unanimous where people say, "Nah, man, that was just a crazy athletic play." That dude's just different, man. So
Yeah, he is.
I don't know. I really don't know if he's one of those dudes you can't game plan for. You just try to contain him. I think Matt Ryan in for a long day.
Trayvon Walker he's a monster, man. Hey, let's move on to game number 4 here. I just realized I'm doing this with no glasses. All right, the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers take on the New York Giants. New York Giants walked out of Tennessee with a victory. The Carolina Panthers was at home and lost to Cleveland in you got it wrong for Baker Mayfield, but the Browns got it right. All right. So the Carolina Panthers are +1 while traveling up to New York, and that's -106, and their win line is +105. The New York Giants, Saquon Barkley looked good last week. Daniel Jones looked actually okay. Do you believe that part right there? And their head coach, he has this team working going in the right direction. They are -1 to -115, and that's -121 on their win line. And the over-under set at 143.5, all up to date right now at -113 for the over, -108 for the under. John, who you got?
Man, the Giants don't believe that they won. Okay, that's the facts. So I think Baker Mayfield has proven that he's I wouldn't say he's a great quarterback, but he's a lot more competent quarterback than Daniel Jones. He proved he can move the ball and score. I think he got a little bit overwhelmed with the emotions of going back to Cleveland. Plus, man, the Giants, they're missing Kadarius Toney. Well, they listed Kadarius Toney, Kayvon Thibodeau, Wan'Dale Robinson. A bunch of their players are questionable. Aaron Robinson's got appendicitis. I think there's just too many factors. Plus, they haven't gone 2-0 in 6-7 years. Nah, I just don't believe it. So I'm going with the Panthers.
I like your choice. I really do like your choice. Yeah, give me the Panthers. This is real simple for me. Give me the Panthers at plus 105 on that win line right there. I said I think I jumped out of turn, but I just don't believe in the Giants. It's hard for me to believe in them. They tried to trade Kadarius Toney. I just don't believe in the Giants, not right now.
Plus, Saquon might get hurt any minute. I'm sure they have him in bubble wrap because he might get hurt any minute.
Right now, all the ligaments around one of his knees is just slowly relaxing.
I bet you they don't let him take showers before games. You got to sit down in the tub.
You got to sit down, brother.
You can't
sit down.
We get those groceries for you. Nah.
You're right. I picked Carolina to win that first game because they was playing at home. The emotions, him being able to do it, and he failed. And the Giants have just as good of a defense. Ironically, people don't realize, and I think they said the other day Thibodeau was going to play. That's why they listen to me as probable. I think Thibodeau was going to play. And, you got another Georgia Bulldog on the other side. And you also got one of the middle linebackers, Mr. Irrelevant, Tay Crowder.
Y'all sicking me.
But real talk though. Unfortunately, I think the Giants are going to pull this out. I'm going to take the Giants. I'm going to lay their -1. Pause. Michigan State just stopped Washington 4 times from the 1-yard line, and then the running back slipped on the goal line. They got a safety.
You got to be kidding me. Maryland is giving up the goose right now when they got Michigan coming in next week.
Yeah.
Everything all right.
It's on you. It's on you, Ant.
Bro, it is so. This is really who he is. So I'm not gonna lie. I hate Baker Mayfield, and that was the reason why I picked Cleveland last week, which I was correct on. Now he made it tough at the end, but I just don't believe in that guy, man. But I really can't vote for the Giants in this instance. I just can't.
Did he say vote?
Yes, I can't vote on that side. That's like, I don't know. I can't even compare it to much. I am gonna bet against them until they prove me right. Essentially, give me money line. Vegas, not Vegas, but BetRivers. They're trying to slip us up with this one because I don't know, man. Is this a pick 'em? I don't know. I don't know what to think about this game. Honestly,
at one point it is a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em.
It's really a pick 'em.
Yeah, but I'm going Carolina plus 105.
Carolina.
I need Carolina to win, mind you.
Yeah, he is.
You do.
You
do need it. Lady A on you.
So I feel like the rest of you, the Giants, I really wanted to pick Giants with the spread, which is not saying but so much. But I just can't, I really can't. We're NFC East. We know the Giants. We know how they operate. So I'm going to go with the Panthers money line.
Say it.
Well done!
I was waiting on it.
I really wanted to be there with you, Sid. I couldn't do it.
They left you, man. Left you stranded.
Yeah, I can't root for him. I'm like, I think that McCaffrey, I think they'll get it done. I do.
McCaffrey's hurt.
He hurt, but he's not out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. Hurt is out with him.
But he's not out.
Dude, he wasn't hurt last year, but he didn't play.
So who gets hurt? Let's say they both play in the game. Who gets hurt first? Saquon or McCaffrey?
McCaffrey.
Okay. Without a doubt.
He'll make a cut on his whittle. He'll make a cut on his whittle, ankle, and
maybe I should say who hurts themselves. Who hurts themselves without any.
Now that may be Saquon. That's different. He's like, I stepped on this guy's foot and something crazy happened. I'm like, dude, come on, bro.
All right, here we go. Our next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans made it really interesting last week when they took on the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons came out and showed they will not be an easy out. The Buccaneers had a bye, and the the bye week scored 3 points. Tom Brady will be without a couple of linemen, as we know. Mike Evans is hobbled. Goodwin may not be there, may be there, but with the one thing we do know is that running game for the Tampa Bay Bucs is there. It is definitely there. Will Jameis Winston keep Tampa Bay in it by tossing them a couple, or will all of their weapons show up and show out? Alvin Kamara is still questionable at this time right now. Now, the spread for Tampa Bay is -2 at -110, and their win line is -136. The New Orleans Saints is +2.5 at -110, and their win line is +120. We're set at 44 for the over-under, at -107 for the over, -114 for the under. John, who you like?
All right, first thing is I see that there are like 9 people watching. Y'all go ahead and click that like button. And,
10 now.
10.
All right, go ahead. Click that like button. All right. It costs you nothing and it helps out the podcast. So
There you go.
I'm here because I don't even normally do this, but I'm here because I want to support these guys. So all it takes y'all to support them is clicking that like button. Drop comments. Tell me how horrible I'm doing. I welcome it. I don't care. I'll take all the smoke.
John, you suck.
I'll get to you when we talk about your team. But for right now, just remember, okay? All right, this is your quarterback. Okay. But for the Bucs game, I mean, I think Tom Brady is as usual. He's the X factor. I think he's motivated by different things, and there's got to be a reason why he decided to anger his wife to the extent he's angering her to come back. And I think one of the reasons is he wants revenge against the Saints because they swept him last year. So I think that he's coming in. Now that can work against you, but I think he's coming back. He's got a grudge. Leonard Fournette is a weapon. He had like the highest individual rushing yards in the NFL last week. So I'm just saying, I think that the Bucs find a way to win. So I'm going with the Bucs.
The Bucs. Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing I know is weapons on weapons on weapons will score you a lot of touchdowns. One thing I don't trust is a lot of injuries, and the Bucs have a slew of them. Give me Jameis Winston and the New Orleans Saints at +2. That's a field goal, really. That's a field goal. Give me them on the spread. Plus the 2.5. Say it.
You're right. The one team that has really frustrated Tampa, I shouldn't say Tampa, but oh boy, that's what I'm calling from here on out, Tom Brady, oh boy, is New Orleans Saints.
Let it go, man.
And with that being said, they play in New Orleans. They're gonna frustrate him again because they always bust up the middle, and he's not gonna have time to do what he need to do. So give me New Orleans money line.
New Orleans money line. And
screw the spread. I'm money line Trav for the playoffs. So
screw the spread, man. Listen, man, this isn't gonna stop. In New Orleans, that's a tough place to play. Alvin's gonna be there. Did y'all see Mike Thomas last week?
Mm-hmm.
Did he have like 2 tugs?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's back. He's back. And I think Jameis, as weird as he is, Weird Al Jameson, he's gonna listen. They might didn't hold on. Was that you said that picked them to make the playoffs to win the division?
I did.
I like the Saints, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Give me money line +120, man. I think Tom gonna be frustrated again.
Lady A.
So I'm also going with Saints money line. I'm not a big fan of Brady, and I do think that even though we were picking with Ant last week, I do think that he does have distractions. And then on top of that, he's lost so many people. I do agree with you, Pick. Like, who's going to use? I mean, what is he going to do?
It's only so many rabbits you can pull out of a hat.
Right. I mean, unless you tamper with the equipment, but
whoa. Money light.
Yeah, Jameis, some what's it, lobster or crabs? What was it?
Just put them by
is
his
for
locker.
John.
Don't say nothing. He's looking around still.
John,
This is
He's
for
still
John.
looking around.
Because he on the island by himself.
he on the island.
Right.
Yeah, they're treading water.
Treading water.
Hey,
You got to talk to somebody.
I'm not afraid to be alone. That's it. I'm not afraid to stand out from the crowd.
There we go. Hey, our next game, we got the New York Jets versus the Cleveland Browns. Now, this is a little weird. The Jets, believe it or not, they are a talented team. They just happened to run into Lamar Jackson last week, who wants his money, and he's going to take it out on every team that he plays, and the Jets just happen to be first up the bat. They're playing the Cleveland Browns and Jacoby Brissett, who did his thing last week in Carolina. I don't know if they have enough weapons to deal with this running game that's about to hit them over the head. That is the one thing I can honestly say about the Jets. The offense is getting better, but I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with this running game. Let's get to this line. Plus 6.5 for the New York Jets at minus 106. Plus 230 is their win line. This point total is down to 39.5. Where are the points coming from, and will there be enough? I don't like that over. The Cleveland Browns are minus 6.5 at minus 114 at minus 275 on their win line. And the over-under is 112 for the over, 109 for the under. John, who you got?
This is why I don't normally watch a lot of NFL games. I'm basically a Commanders fan, not an NFL fan.
Right.
But because of you, I went ahead and I looked at this game, okay? And it reminded me of why I don't like watching it. Come on, man. The Jets. Look, I realize that the Jets have a lot of talent and then they are building a quality team. They may be a quality team in the future. And I recognize Michael Carter is a dual threat. I get all that. It is, however, the Jets. At the same time, the Browns are also a train wreck. I mean, I don't even know what to say about them. So the only thing I can say is that if Myles Garrett can put a lot of pressure on Joe Flacco, then I think the Browns got a chance. But to me, this is a kind of a toss-up, you know. If I got to pick something, Cleveland, I guess.
Cleveland. There you go.
It's like watching two people. I don't know. It's like watching two old people fight. All right. I'm like, I mean, what
I think the one with the blue hair. Yeah.
I know.
I like it. Listen, this is not a hard thinker right here. It's 6.5. That's a touchdown right there. Give me Cleveland minus the 6.5, minus the 114, because 275 is just too much to put in for $100. Say it.
Same. If Joe Flacco is still playing quarterback, the chemistry is with the young guy. I like Joe Flacco. I even picked Joe Flacco with the upset last week. He let me down. Cleveland gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball. That's why the point total is at 39.5. Because they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball.
There we go.
Give me the Browns money line.
Browns money. Wow. And
all right, we're gonna talk about how I thought said had picked the minus 6.5, but whatever. I could have swore he started off with that minus 6.5. But question: do the Jets have their quarterback back yet?
No.
This ain't nothing to talk about. This is not close to being something to discuss. Give me minus 275 as well. I'm not comfortable enough. I was the one who said have faith in Jacoby Brissett, but we never know. He might throw it away once or something like that. So I'm not comfortable with that spread, but not enough to pick the spread for the Jets. Give me minus 275 for the home team.
Lady A.
So last week the Browns rushed 39 times for 217 yards. I don't think that they can really do much with that, the Jets. So I'm going to go with the Browns and the spread.
Hey, it looks like a clean sweep here. We're all on the Browns train. Like we said, That's where you should go. And if you need to, go ahead and parlay that with something else because say it. You're killing me in the say it. They should not. Oh my God. Oh man. Oh, Michigan State. Come on. Michigan State is really killing me. They're really killing me. Okay, here we go. Our next game here, we have the Miami Dolphins, and they're taking on Lamar Jackson. I just spoke about him. Angry Jackson is what I'm going to call him. So the Miami Dolphins did their thing last week versus the New England Patriots. They unleashed all their weapons. Tua. They unleashed Waddle. And did we say the cheetah? Did we forget Mike Gesicki, the tight end? And they got a running game, Raheem Mostert. Their defense is literally legit. Defense travels. I'm telling you right now, they are going to frustrate Lamar Jackson. And I hate to say this because I just called him Angry Jackson, but Lamar Jackson last week did his thing versus the Jets. The Ravens defense is still intact. They still know how to play. They still know how to hold the points down, but they do not have enough for this Miami Dolphins team. Let's look at the lines. Miami's minus 3.5 at minus 110. Plus 3.5 at minus 110. Plus 160 on their win line. The Ravens are minus 3.5 at minus 112, minus 182. The over-under set at 45.5, 110 both ways. John, who you got?
So it's funny because Mike Daniels is supposed to be known for like some very creative running offenses, but it looks like they're still trying to figure out what their run game is going to look like. They're kind of relying a lot on Tua. And I don't know if we know. And Tua's trying to prove that he's what he's cracked up to be, that he deserves to be where he was drafted. He does have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and they're definite threats. This will be an upset, but I think if Miami can pressure Lamar, they can get the upset. So,
Miami, got you. Maryland, killing me. Maryland is killing me. I'm dying. Right here.
Terrible.
Hey, I agree. I think the Miami defense is going to frustrate him a lot in this game. I think they'll be able to stay glued to these tight ends and wide receivers a lot better than the last team he played, and it's not going to be as much room for him to take off and run. Tua is going to have to prove his worth, and the problem with Baltimore is they're going to have to figure out how to slow down the cheetah and the other boy on the other side.
Jalen Waddle.
Both of those boys got extreme speed. They can catch.
What was that said?
Just froze. This is real. This is a real
Say it again. Say it. Hold on. Now. Say it. Gonna keep coming back through. So you.
That's right.
No. We lost it for real on that one. All right.
Hey, well, hold on. Let me say. So apparently, didn't Miami win this last year though? It's supposed to be an upset, but I think Miami beat the last time they faced each other. Didn't Miami win?
Cedric Carter.
Hey,
Miami money line.
Man, there you go.
Okay.
Miami
and
me. All right.
Another update. South Florida versus Florida, 10 all in the second quarter. But what do I know? Anyway, back to
it's Michael.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's all me. It's all me.
Miami money line.
Right, yeah, we got you. Listen, how do you keep a good offense off the field?
Good run game.
A good run game. Baltimore has one of the best run games in the league, and you add to the fact that Lamar Jackson can run the ball, it's still not enough to beat Miami. Give me Miami plus the 160. Lady A, on you.
Did you get Ant yet?
Oh, Ant, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Lady A. Just
Lady
treat
A,
me like
wait a
I'm
minute.
just.
I'm
What
last.
am I? Chopped
Hold
liver?
on a second.
What am I? Chopped liver? But man, I just think this is another week of the MVP getting his legs back. I think that their defense and their running game is going to be just as sufficient, and it's at home. I think this is a wake-up call for Tua that he's going to have to buckle in. I do like Miami to make the playoffs this year. But I am rolling with Baltimore minus 182. I like that pick, man. I think y'all tripping on Lamar, man. Like,
No, I'm not tripping on Lamar.
he didn't do nothing but drop a couple dimes last week, 3 or 4 of them things. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's an angry quarterback, and that's the last thing that you want. But I just think that there's too many weapons for Miami for it to be.
I do think it's interesting though. Now everybody's kind of hopping on that wagon a little bit. It's a little interesting situation.
Miami?
No.
Yeah,
I ain't hopped on the wagon.
Oh no, I ain't saying you.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
saying. In general.
No.
Last
Last week they played a New England team that is still trying to figure it out. And Belichick never has to figure it out.
You think they're trying to figure it out?
Yes, New England's trying to figure it out for the first time.
Figure what out?
Exactly. All of it.
Well, and let me say too, if you look at it like the teams where the starters didn't really play in the preseason, they're still trying to get their footing. A lot of them, and as I recall, Lamar did not play in the preseason, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I think that ultimately Baltimore's a better team, but I just think they just haven't quite hit their stride yet. So that's another reason I'm giving it to Miami.
Lady A, it's on you.
So Lamar threw for 213 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, I don't know why we think that he can't do it. But on the defense side, Marcus Williams, I'm not sure if you guys paid attention to what he was doing, but Marcus had 12 tackles, intercepted a pass for a 33-yard return. I'm going with Baltimore money line because I'm not going against Lamar.
You're going Baltimore.
No. I was there too.
I got you.
Baltimore money line. I am not going against Lamar.
I got both of y'all, and I'm not ashamed to say
Just the two of y'all.
Right. It's just us, you know.
There we go.
It's the two of us.
Looking closer all the time.
Look at this. Look at this.
Whoa.
Look at this.
What is that supposed to mean exactly?
That's a commander.
I get it, but what is it supposed to mean in
Our
reference
next
to
game.
Oh, is it time?
Oh, okay.
Is it time? Hold on. I want y'all to know that I'm completely impartial in terms of this pick. And so,
Hey, that's racist.
you know,
First off,
there you go. All right. If y'all hated us so much, how come y'all your founder actually wanted our team? He tried to get our team from George Preston Marshall back in 1959 to take it back to Dallas. All right. So
That's kind of true.
there you go.
hey,
Learn your history. I'll teach you to you.
let's look at this. Let's look at this game here.
Learn your history. I'll teach you to you.
We have the Washington Commanders traveling up.
Bye.
We have the Washington
Are you going to lick that up? Go ahead.
That's what he's doing. We have the Washington Commanders traveling to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, we all love them. We saw what they did on Hard Knocks. Can't get enough of Deuce and your boy going back and forth with each other. But they are not playing the game. Their competitive juices, you see it run through that whole team. They fight. They do have all that grit. Do they have enough talent to stick with the Washington Commanders? This team was number 1 in blitzing throughout the league for week 1. And if you blitz Carson Wentz, he's going to make you pay. That's all I have to say about that. Carson Wentz and the trio of wide receivers he has showed what they do. Last week, the running game looked pretty good. Gibson held on to the ball. The defense is the question for us. Can we stop Detroit from running the ball? And can we make Jared Goff give us the ball at least a couple of times? Let's look at this line. Washington is +1 on the spread at -109. Their win line is 104. The Detroit Lions is -1 at -112. Their win line is -120. Over under set at 48.5. With the over of -112, the under is -109. Ant's coming back here soon. John, who you got?
Come on, man. So first of all, the Commanders are going to win this. Okay, that's without a doubt. But the reasons I have is number 1, they don't know who they're going to cover. All right, we have way too many weapons for them to cover. I think that Detroit's one of those teams that they really are gritty. They might be one of the toughest teams. The problem is they still think of themselves as underdogs. And so they're more used to playing from behind and trying to come back and staying with you. But at some point, all you got to do is convince them that they can't win the game, and you will win that game. You'll take the heart from them. So I think that we're fully capable of doing that. All we got to do is not take our foot off the gas like we did in the third quarter last week. And I think that we will put the dagger in their heart. I think we win by at least a touchdown. And I think we're going to be 2-0 at the end of this game.
Say it.
You said a whole lot there, but I watched a whole entirely different game.
I can say more.
Last week.
I can say more.
I know y'all always can.
I seen the quarterback miss a wide receiver. I seen him miss a tight end, and I seen a running back drop a ball. That's 21 points right there. But we're not gonna talk about that last week. This week, the reason why y'all gonna win,
I don't mind talking about it.
The reason why y'all gonna win this week is because Detroit has 3 offensive linemen that may not play, 3 starters. That may be the reason why y'all win this week. Now, those 3 starters will play. That -1. That's probably literally why it's -1 at this point.
Negative. All right, I learned that.
I still think the defensive line is going to give y'all offensive line fits because the rookie's going to play and he's going to put pressure on Carson Wentz. And we all know the pressure Carson Wentz is the Carson Wentz that misses wide open 6-7 tight ends. So with that being said, I'm still going with Detroit. Money line.
I really, I'm trying to understand what you said because you said a whole bunch.
That was wrong.
That was
completely wrong. That's good. You know, this is why I agreed to come on here.
You know,
first of all, let me say something. All right. Number one, like I said, we got too many weapons. You said that you saw our quarterback missing wide open receivers.
No.
You said
I did. I take it back. I did. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I did.
You remember what you said?
Okay. No.
All right.
What I was about to refer to was that Jacksonville left 3 touchdowns on the field.
That's not my fault. So
wait. But hold on a second.
That's not my fault.
Let me tell you what the point. The point being made is your defense did not stop them.
Okay.
They drove down the field into the red zone 3 times. They stopped themselves.
I get you. And all
that's
I'm saying
what I mean.
Is all that happened at a time like during the third quarter. We took our foot off the gas. I fully get. I agree with it. I get it. All right. But what I'm saying is our defensive line is going to be gator rolling Jared Goff like we gator rolled Trevor Lawrence, who is a much more mobile quarterback than Jared Goff. All right. That's one. Number 2, you saw the picks. Which did you also see the times when we had people going wide open, uncoverable? You can't cover the number of weapons we had. You just all we do is decide who to throw the ball to. Carson Wentz is going to start out. He's going to keep it manageable, keep it short. And if you decide that you're going to try to take away the long ball, simple. We're going to toss it to Antonio Gibson in space. Curtis Samuel is going to break everybody's ankles on the Detroit Lions. They're going to all be on the sideline massaging their ankles next to their coach. And the fact is, we are going to take them out. Commanders win. All right. The only thing that's going to happen is their coach is going to be so mad he's going to be biting kneecaps off his own staff.
And thank you. And John Gray said everything for me. So give me the Commanders money line, please. Thank you very much.
I heard everything you said. I got my cell phone. I heard everything you said. I still disagree. Who's next?
That'd be Ant.
That would be pick. You're a pick.
Commanders money line.
Now you're up, Ant.
Okay, thank you, Sid. I was so bored by what they were talking about. You know, I hope to the Lord that y'all really do keep winning. I do. I hope that y'all continue to win because you guys, I think y'all are worse than Cowboys fans. Oh. It's like you don't see any issues from that game. It's like y'all just forget about how you didn't score for 2.5 freaking quarters at one point. How they actually, a team that y'all, somebody said last week, y'all should have blew them out. Doc said y'all should have.
What I did see is we scored in 4 minutes.
In what universe? No, don't do that. In what universe? In what universe were y'all supposed to blow them out? I don't even understand. But it's like all of a sudden, and guess what, John? Yeah, receivers go open in the NFL. Doesn't mean y'all are gonna score every time somebody's open. It doesn't mean that I don't think y'all probably have a better offense than the Eagles. And they put up.
We'll find out next week.
Spread Lions money line.
Spoken like a true Cowboys fan, Lady A.
So
you didn't say that about Sid.
I'm going to talk about our defense. I do feel that our defense needed some work because they allowed them to get into the red zone too often. However, there were many times that they actually did stop them. They held the QB to 57% versus Carson going over that. I believe Carson was at 67 or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they didn't do the best. However, on top of that, they kind of embarrassed our rookie, who I was a little upset about, Davis, and I feel like they're going to step up. That's how I feel. I feel like they're going to step up because it was on display. No one, as far as the coaching staff is concerned, is going to make excuses for the performance that the defense had. They're not going to do that. So they're going to step up. That's how I feel. So I'm going with the Commanders money line.
Commanders money line for Lady A.
Hey guys, go ahead and pick them to go 17-0 this year.
No.
I'm not saying
that's what y'all want to do. No, just pick them to win every game. They're gonna win every game, Sid.
I'm not saying that.
No, you guys are unrealistic fans.
I do have concerns though, because for example,
never heard them.
The situation you just brought up with Jamin Davis, that to me, from what I'm understanding, is because there's a rift between Del Rio and Ron Rivera. They didn't agree on that pick at all.
Right.
I don't think that Jamin Davis should have been our first round draft pick. He's been overdrafted, and the dude is out of his depth right now. Okay. Mm-hmm. However, all I'm saying is that was not a good game. That was not a good performance by us, and we still came back in like 4 minutes. Boom, scored. All right. So to me, we gonna beat Detroit. All we gotta do is convince them they can't win.
And didn't you pick your team to win last week?
Yeah.
Yes, he sure
what
did.
do you mean?
Okay.
So no. And
is it wrong?
And I've been consistent in saying what their pluses and their minuses are. I hear no minuses anymore. We couldn't stop y'all. Hold on.
I just told you
throughout the entire OTAs, throughout the entire training camp, they talked about how the sky was falling, and now they win a game, and now it's like.
Who's y'all? Because didn't I just say that our defense did not play the way that they should have played? However, I feel like they're going to step it up. They're going to step it up. They're going to get it together.
Hey,
I feel as though we should not have allowed them to get into the red zone that many times. I feel that, and I've said that. I've been consistent on that. We should not have. That's not a good performance. Because what will happen is that you'll get another team who has a better offense. And then what do we do?
Right.
As far as us coming back in the fourth quarter, great. I'm glad that happened. However, we should not have been in that situation. I also told you guys, Carson should not have thrown the pick. I'm glad he made the tackle, but he shouldn't have thrown the pick. So I'm very honest.
Lady A, I'll give you that respect. UNC Wall are the most realistic that I've heard.
First off,
these other bums,
being disrespectful right now.
Other bums,
you're being real disrespectful because I told
other
you
bums,
my concerns have always been our defensive line. I think our defensive line needs to do better when it comes to stopping the run. And thank you. I sent you that text like 30 minutes ago. All right, now I can see. All right,
that must be the sun. You were talking to the sun.
I've been using. Wait, first off, don't stay out of my house. I run this.
Whoa. Hey, watch out. It's a right jab coming in.
Good knowing you.
Look, listen.
Hey,
I've been
signing off, pick.
Our run game has not been the text us your picks.
Don't be AP.
Hey, text us your picks. Hey, text us your picks.
No.
Man.
I wasn't saying that. I was talking about to you.
Oh no,
I'll see you later.
Hey, about to go night. But no, man.
Night.
You know our run game, our run defense is suspect, but they got to answer the call, man. You have to force this game into my God, help me out with the quarterback's name for Detroit, please.
Jared Goff.
You got to force the ball into his hand and see what he can do. And I don't believe he can beat us by himself. Even though our secondary,
I agree.
is flawed,
Yeah.
I don't think that he can beat us by himself. He needs a running game to win a game.
Let me put it to you. All right, so let me say it a different way. It's not that I don't think that we have flaws. I think that our cornerbacks are suspect. Kendall Fuller spends entirely too much time chasing people who already got the ball that he should have stopped from getting the ball. And I just have a problem with some of those things there. But to me, the Detroit Lions are not the team that's going to beat us. I have some concerns about some other games later on in our schedule because I don't think we're going to go undefeated, obviously. I just don't think the Detroit Lions are that team, like I said, because they've got a habit of being a losing team. And so I don't think they're going to break that habit with us, and it ain't happening tomorrow, definitely.
That's right. Let's go 2-0. All right, say it. We got the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Atlanta showed themselves yesterday, man, that they're last week that they're going to be a hard out. They stepped up, jumped out on New Orleans. We're not a pushover. I like their coaching staff. I really do. They use their weapons in unique ways. Cordero Patterson is a monster. He is a man amongst men. Atlanta's defense showed a little bit of improvement, but their coaching staff blew it with clock management when they should have won this game. Instead, they wound up punting the ball to the New Orleans Saints, giving the New Orleans Saints a chance to win this game in regulation. Oh, I'm sorry. Was it in overtime, right? Say it. It's in overtime. Or to get to overtime.
It was in regulation.
Okay. Well, there we go. So let's look at this right now. We got the Los Angeles Rams coming in off an embarrassing loss to the Buffalo Bills. They had an extra couple of days to practice and heal up and get things right. What's your boy number 5? Coach 30 roasted him. Davis. Coach 30 roasted him. Look at Davis. You out there. You got more money since Frank Lucas. Oh my God. Hey, I think he will do his job. And I'm talking about Jalen Ramsey. If y'all haven't seen Coach 30, Jalen Ramsey will come back, do his job, and show that he's still a true lockdown corner. And Cooper Kupp is still the man. Let's look at these lines. Atlanta's plus 10 on the spread at minus 110. Their win line is minus 390. And then you have plus 390. Your glasses still ain't working. Plus 390. And the Rams are minus 10 at minus 110, minus 480 on their win line. But the over-under set at 47 at minus 107 for the over, minus 114 for the under. My question to y'all is, are they expecting the Rams to score 50? My bad, say it. Too early?
Oh, I'm picking the Rams.
John, who you got?
Oh, my God.
I think the thing with the Rams, man, is I don't know if Matt Stafford is completely over that surgery. He just didn't look like himself to me. He didn't quite show up. He's promised that he's going to play better. But that to me is the thing. It's like, are the Rams going to play like Super Bowl champions, or are they going to play like people who won a Super Bowl and spent the off season celebrating a little bit too much? I think the Falcons know that everybody expects very little of them, and I think they got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. And so that, Marcus Mariota wants to prove he's not a bust, that he's not, whatever. This is his chance to try to make a team his team. So I think the Falcons I can't believe this, but I'm actually picking the Falcons.
Okay, and I'm gonna clear that up for y'all. For John, he likes the plus 10. John likes the plus 10 on that right there, and I appreciate what you're saying right there. Right,
don't even explain.
I'm not gonna explain. Let's give John the plus 10. Listen, I just went a little nuts because as I was thinking, Maryland secondary needs to step up. They got an interception. They in business with 4 minutes and 37 seconds to go versus SMU, and Tua's going up. Oh my God, let's go, Maryland! Touchdown, Maryland! We got
to rest. To be honest with you, when he just started twitching, I don't really know him well, so I don't know.
Okay, listen,
but no, he's picking the money line. He said
it sounds like he's picking the money line.
Falcons are going to
check it out.
I'm back and forth, but I think Falcons got a chance.
Look here, John. Thank you for the pick, but you're wasting your money. Mariota was a reason why New Orleans got back in the game. He fumbled the ball and they ended up putting the ball when they were supposed to drive and run out the clock. Sorry. He only gets one shot with me. He lost that shot. Oh. You got the number 1 pick out there. He catch the ball every now and then. Sometimes he do, sometimes he don't. You can only run Patterson so often. Now they're gonna have to bring the rookie in because the dude behind Patterson is hurt. So now you bring the rookie in to run the ball, right? You got Pierce out there. Pierce is a tight end. They got him playing wide receiver because they had nobody to throw the ball to. Your chance to get the steal a win was at home game 1 against Jameis Winston, who had only practiced 3 days, and you let it slip out of your hands. Trust me, the Rams are going to be ready. Cooper Kupp is going to go off. Okay. They're going to run the ball. They're going to pass the ball. He's going to throw the ball. Matthew Stafford, University of Georgia, is going to be out there doing his thing.
I apologize. I forgot.
It is what it is.
I forgot.
I'm a Falcon fan true to heart. I bleed red and black. But they showed me last week they're still the same old Falcons. Give me the Rams, money line at the house.
Oh my God. You dropped a 480. Listen, I do believe that
I'm going for the league player.
I feel you. I feel you. Listen, I do believe that 10 points is really disrespectful in the NFL.
Not this game.
Not this game.
Oh.
What time is the game? What time is the game?
This is a 4:00 game for you. It's a 4:00 game. Not this game. Not at all. Not at all this game. I think 10 points is not enough. I'm laying the 10. I'm laying the 10 said at -110 to win 100. Okay.
Oh,
I think Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp, I think them boys got me covered on this one right here. I think my pockets will be tight. I'm getting my pockets right. And
-10 for the Rams.
Lady A.
I'm actually gonna go with Atlanta to cover the spread.
Oh, she saved you from being on the island, John.
Two of us.
There you go.
To cover the spread, I don't know about all that, but to cover the spread.
I don't know about all that.
To cover the spread.
I think they'll cover the spread.
I'm telling
That's
you,
funny.
the 10 is disrespectful in the NFL, but not this week right here. Hey, let's get to
the reason. Hold on, I see the reason why we haven't seen Linda is because Arkansas is taking one on the chin at home against Missouri State.
Are you calling Linda out?
She's too busy yelling at the TV to get on the podcast.
Oh yeah, she sure is right now.
Linda drunk, cussing at that TV.
Throwing them jokers. I can't believe it. Okay, listen, I was the same way. I was the same way just a minute ago. Now the world is right. Maryland's winning. Okay. We have Russell Wilson. No, wait. I'm sorry. We have Geno Smith taking on the San Francisco 49ers. That was it. A joke. Everybody missed it.
But we did.
No, I caught it. I caught it.
Hey, did the Seahawks shoot their shot last week? Do they have enough left to take out a division foe? That's the real question. The defense got lucky because the Seahawks were in the Denver Broncos were in the red zone a ton and just couldn't close the deal, right? Pause. Now, you got Trey Lance in his second start. Weather is supposed to be a factor, but it will not be a torrential downpour the way it was last week with Chicago. So their running game should show up, and he may be able to throw the ball a little bit better than he did the week before. Is Geno going to give San Fran's defense some turnovers, or will Trey Lance throw up on himself again? Let's look at these lines. We have the Seahawks at +9.5 at -110. Their win line is +340. The San Francisco 49ers is -9.5 at -110. -420 is their win line. The over-under set at 40.5 at 109 for the over, 112 for the under. John, who you got?
All right, DK Metcalf has owned the 49ers for a minute, but that was when he had Russell Wilson. He no longer has Russell Wilson. He's got Geno, whatever his name is, Geno Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Geno Smith. And, last week I think Seattle had something to prove. This week, San Francisco is the one coming in. They feel like they were humiliated. I'm sure Kyle Shanahan has some stern conversations with his coaching staff, and they had some stern conversations with the players about what they allowed to happen when they were in Chicago. I don't see if the 49ers have been in that same situation. I don't think that they're going to the red zone and not scoring that many times. So I got the 49ers.
49ers. Said I'm going to go first on this one right here. This is going to be quite simple. Give me the 49ers on the win line. I like the 49ers on the win line, please. It's on you, say it.
Again, same thing. I like the 49ers on money line. On the win line, I think they're going to come in and try to prove a point that Trey Lance is their quarterback. Because if not, old boy's still sitting over there. He might get pulled out at halftime, and they bring Garoppolo in. It was already saying it was going to take him out anyway, but so
that'd be ugly.
They was already mentioned. They was already
But
mentioned.
they created that situation. They created that. So
Yep. You should have been 1,000% sold on who Trey Lance was gonna be before you decided to make this deal.
Moving up in the draft to get him,
and otherwise, there's no reason to
That's not.
sign. Otherwise, there's no reason to hold on. Yeah, let me. Otherwise, there's no reason to sign him to sign Jimmy G to that contract either. These are the only two questionable moves from this franchise since Lynch has taken over. If you really think about it. Because he's constantly put them in position to be successful. With that being said, I would have to take that win line too. That's a lot of money, but you can't trust the spread just because you don't know what's going to happen with Trey. You don't know what's going to happen with Jimmy. And what if Seattle's a little bit better and it's a division game? It's just too many factors. So I would take the win line with San Francisco and just call it a day.
First off, I'm sorry. SMU just took the lead again.
Lady A.
Man. So I will say I agree with Ant about the spread. You really can't trust the spread. I will say last week I was a woman alone. I was like, Seahawks, they are going to take this. And they did. However, this
she
week
likes to tell us when she's a woman on the
I
island.
stand with you guys this week. I'm going to take the 49ers money line. I do not think the Seahawks can do this.
I was looking down there at you.
Right. I mean, I did that on purpose.
She was going to do a Duke-kiss.
I mean, no.
Yeah, old Dookies. We ain't gonna never get that Dookies pick.
I can't go with the Seahawks this week. Last week, like you said earlier, I mean, they had something to prove. And I know that, and I felt that in my bones. But this week, I'm good. They're back to being the Seahawks without.
I can't like anything about the dang Seahawks. I don't even like their uniform. I just think the uniforms are. I mean, if I got drafted,
I hate those uniforms. I really do.
If I got drafted by Seahawks, I would refuse to draft like John Elway did. And when
those highlighter yellow,
I said, man, I just come back in the next.
Their uniforms are cute, but they look like a Pop Warner or like kids. I really
look like a Skittle.
First off, it's an honor to get drafted by any NFL team, and if you get drafted, depending on where you get drafted, that it just changed your whole.
It worked out for John Elway.
I'm going to play.
Well, don't be like Eli. He balled his whole face up when he got drafted.
Unless I get drafted by a Cowboy. Then
that's how he looked before.
Hey, if I got drafted by a Cowboy,
that's how Eli looked before.
No, Eli, he threw shade. He did not want to be there.
I would accept that. That'd be a dream come true because I will dismantle your organization from the inside.
From the inside.
He's a liar. And the truth isn't in you, John. You be in there. You grab that hat so fast.
Man, I be down it.
You go do the chest bump with the freaking commissioner.
I be in the dang locker room at halftime doing Morse code, sending out all the play calls and everything. Oh my God, I would dismantle y'all.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey,
just wait till the next
whatever, dude. I want to retire a Cowboy. That's what you be saying.
No, that's what no one should ever say. All right. Our next game, we have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Dallas Cowboys. Someone tried to give me tickets to this game. I refused.
Oh, you didn't get them for me, man. Come on, bro.
He said, oops.
You ain't no teammate, man. Come on,
why he look like he was trying to be frozen? Are
they playing the Commanders?
Oh
no, I said
that's the only time I've been in that stadium.
No, you mean like they were just trying to say, hey, here, take them.
Wait, what?
The tickets.
Listen, I don't support Jerry Jones in any way, shape, or fashion. I don't do it. I can't do it. I will not do it.
He said you should have got them for him.
Yeah,
well,
don't listen
and give them to him.
There are two things that I do on Sundays. One is root for the Commanders. The other is root against the Cowboys.
Amen.
That you don't have. You could gladly hand them over and be like, "Y'all suck," and I'd be like, "You're right."
Hold on. How come you don't have tickets? You the fan?
Boy, please, I ain't paying for no tickets.
Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly.
There you have it. And
There
there
you
you
go.
have it.
And there you go, folks. And that's how the
For
cookie
what?
crumbles.
Unless they party pass, I ain't gonna pay no arm and a leg.
Hey,
Come on
you get
now.
on Jerry Jones's party bus?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Listen, I heard some things go down on that bus. You got to spray
Hey,
everything down with bleach.
You didn't hear anything.
Oh my God.
The white in y'all's form stands
Wait.
dang cocaine.
He
and
side-eyed me. He
you
side-eyed me for what I said about Brady. I said something about Brady. And you see what you're doing?
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
I'm just holding my nose.
listen, here we go. We got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling down south to take on the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are coming off an embarrassing loss on Sunday Night Football, where they mustered up 3 points. They are without the services of one Dakota Prescott.
Rain Dakota Prescott.
Micah Parsons is a one-man gang. He will wreck your whole offensive game plan. The Cincinnati Bengals need to get on track. Joe Burrow, for as many touchdowns as he tossed just as many interceptions.
Sheesh.
They got to get their run game going, which is Dallas's strong suit and stopping the run game. Their secondary looked average last week. Let's see what Rush can do with this Cincinnati secondary. Here's the line. We got Cincinnati -7 at -110 at -335. We got the Dallas Cowboys at +7, -109 at +275. Let's see, will someone be Wilson today? The over-under set at 41.5 at -10. Oh, this has changed. This is how fast these things change. And the over-under is -110 both ways. It's -110 both ways. This is how fast this changes. John, who you got?
Well, in all fairness, I think the thing is, just being completely objective. The facts are,
quit.
in what universe do you think Cooper Rush can beat Joe Burrow?
Oh, come on, man.
Okay, so now that we know that he can't, there are only 4 reasons why y'all don't have a chance. And okay, I think that Joe Burrow does have to watch out for those interceptions. He's got to take care of the ball a little bit better. But the fact of the matter is, I just can't. The Cowboys with Dak Prescott in, y'all scored 3 points. I realize that there's a whole lot of hope, and y'all a very religious organization because there's hope and faith every year. Every season there's hope and faith. But the fact of the matter is, every season, y'all seasons last 7 days longer than hours at best. All right, and that is it. Y'all always going to be on the freaking sidelines watching. And in this game, you guys are going to get spanked and sent home because y'all are not ready for the Bengals.
Got it. He's got the Bengals. Listen, say it. I can't lie. I think that Joe Burrow and the offense gets on track. I think that their defense gets right. I have to lay the 7 for the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm gonna ride that train. Pause. I as well think this is gonna be a.
Oh my God.
That was time so immaculate.
This is all Cincinnati. I'm laying in 7 as well. Next man up.
I sat in that bar last week and I watched those pathetic fans just be controlled.
So you were at a Cowboys game?
Wait,
no. I'll tell you where I was at.
I know where you at, but you must be watching the Cowboys game.
And I watched them.
He went to a Cowboys game after.
I watched them be so up.
John got a neck pillow on too?
Huh? You say what?
He got a neck pillow on.
I got
Yeah.
And if they get out of control, I take off my shoes.
Hey, well, you get ready because I ain't done. You go and get ready because I ain't done.
What do you call it? A chocolate?
Hey, just let the boy.
Hey.
My bad. Aunt, my bad. I just know it was a neck pillow. My bad.
You good. Hold on,
That's terrible.
all right. So, like I was saying, I watched that horrendous support for a franchise. If I wasn't a football fan, I just had to subject myself to watching the Commanders every year. I'd drink myself until I couldn't see straight and walk into traffic.
So you be like
but
Jerry
that's
Jones.
a whole nother
Jerry Jones,
situation. But that's a whole nother situation. Anyway, I do believe that I'm not a big believer in the Bengals this year. I said that before the season started. I think that there was some lightning in the bottle that does happen when teams get hot. Not to say that they're a bad team, but I don't know what they really did to shore up that line. And then they got guys that got hurt. I hate to break this to you, but Lyle Collins is not a good guard. I'm sorry. He's not. This is the reason why he's not on this team. And on top of that, they had a guy or two that did get hurt last week. He's still getting sacked a lot, and he's still throwing picks. And this is a team that has the opportunity to get opportunistic and actually do something about that. I'm not now. Listen, Cooper Rush Limbaugh, I don't know. I can't tell you the difference. But at the same time, excluding the political views, but basically he's a pedestrian. So with that being said, give me the Cowboys +7. I don't buy that they're finna go and be world beaters because and it has nothing to do with the Cowboys. I just am not buying that the Bengals are this juggernaut that we expect them to be because of those receivers and that quarterback, and I just don't buy it. So I think that they'll keep it close for the sake of that defense. As what I've said all this time is I believe that the defense is going to be the reason that they will have any relevancy until Gallup comes back, until Peter steps on the field, and then my very average quarterback Rayne Dakota Prescott comes back.
I didn't say that the Bengals are going to be world beaters.
I didn't say that. I didn't say you said that.
They're going to beat the brakes off of y'all.
I didn't say that you said that. Please.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that's what people give off the impression of.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? They made it to the Super Bowl, so they got to win. It's like they lost to Pittsburgh.
They're just better than y'all.
Respectfully, they shouldn't have lost to Pittsburgh last week. Like, it just shouldn't have happened.
CeeDee Lamb shouldn't be y'all's number one receiver. Y'all should have kept the dude that y'all had before, Amari Cooper, because CeeDee Lamb refuses. I don't know if it's in his contract, but he will not catch a ball over the middle at all. Not for any reason. Alligator arms. All right. That is a problem. All right. Your owner /GM/ whatever went and decimated y'all's team, getting rid of all the players that he should have kept. And now y'all are left with what you have, which is partly how your quarterback got hurt.
The problem is this, though. Hi, Linda.
We've been waiting for you.
According to this text, she's in good shape. But so this is my so John, this is my thing. As me and Pick talked last what day was that? We talked one of the days this week. And I told him the problem wasn't that we got rid of Amari. The problem was we didn't have a contingency plan for getting rid of Amari. Okay? He's not the dog that people make him out to be because
but he's better than CeeDee Lamb at this point.
Wait, hold on. Let's get Lady A.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Linda. I'm sorry. I mean, not Linda. Lady A. I'm sorry.
So first of all, I want to say in reference to where you were last week, I do apologize that you had to experience a team that was winning and their fans enjoying that. That happens.
No. They didn't always win. They were also losing, and those pathetic people.
Not most of the game. Most of the game they were winning. So I do want to let you know.
You okay over there?
I'm good.
So I do want to let you know. So I'm sorry that you had to experience that, and then your team suffered a tremendous loss. So
please,
my condolences to you.
Please,
so as far as
to win.
So as far as this particular game, with your QB out, I think that they're going to rely mainly on Zeke and Tony. So they're going to get some good numbers. However, I do feel Jamar Chase is going to be a problem for you guys. I don't feel like your secondary can hold him.
He's a problem.
He's going to be an issue. And let's be real, the Cowboys' second half is normally not good. So that's going to be an issue too. So if you are down at the half, come the second half, I don't have confidence that you guys will be able to make it up. I don't think you're going to win this. I am going to go ahead and take Bengals money line. And that's that.
You're muted. You're muted, sir.
That's because I was talking to my son.
Just a few updates. UTSA is up by 10 in the second quarter over Texas 17-7. Also, let me get one more in there. Florida 24, South Florida 13. About to be halftime.
Okay.
I just make these picks. I don't know anybody. I just make certain picks.
This is what I'm saying. If y'all, but
you say UTSA is up.
Yeah,
you see that, right? You see, said you see what he be doing. You see what he be doing.
Hey, when I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm just saying.
No. But we talking about how you be talking about you don't pick money now, pick the spread, and now look at y'all.
Hold on, wait,
eat it.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
Listen.
Go ahead, come on.
Let me explain a little something.
Go ahead.
I'll 20.
Oh yeah. let me explain something to you real quick. When you're putting that money down, you gotta budget right, man.
And you gotta go with the odds. I get it. Absolutely. You gotta go with the odds. I get it.
All right, listen. Cowboys is losing, and right now you are
losing.
just so you know, that's all I wanted to tell you.
Blessings.
Yeah, you're gonna need them. We got Kyler Murray coming off of a game last week where the Cardinals just look like they need a lot more help. They need a lot more help, and he does need a hug. If I could give any NFL player a hug, it will be this man right here. He needs it. Boy, does he need it. Listen, the Raiders came alive as the game went on versus the Los Angeles Chargers, but they just ran out of clock, and their offensive line ran out of playmakers for those two pass rushers and Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, and the Bosa brother. I think that's Joey, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Joey Bosa. Plus the Rams, the Chargers secondaries is legit. The Chargers secondary is legit. The Raiders now your boy that went there, Adams, is the truth. He did it with Rodgers, and Rodgers missed him last week, and he's doing it with his friend Carr. Now they have to get their running game on track, and if they do, the Cardinals are in trouble. But Kyler Murray can have a bounce back game. He still has his deep threat in Brown. They still have a good running game, and their defense can play better. Here's the question. Are they able to overcome this? Here's the line. The Cardinals are plus 5.5 at minus 107 at plus 195 on their win line. The Las Vegas Raiders playing at home are minus 5.5 at minus 114 on the spread and minus 225 for their win line, with an over-under set at 51.5 at minus 112 for the over, minus 109 for the under. John, who you got?
The biggest problem I think with this game is that Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury don't look like they're on the same page. Like when they had the press conference, they were talking about what went wrong, and Cliff Kingsbury is talking about preparation. Kyler Murray is like, oh no, it doesn't really matter. It's just what happens in the game. You can practice all you want and prepare all you want, but it doesn't matter if you don't produce. Well, the fact of the matter is that, practice does matter, or else they wouldn't do it, right? And so I think it's always a bad thing when your starting quarterback and your coaching staff are not on the same page. So that's a problem. Devontae Adams looked good last week, but Derek Carr took too many sacks, man. So those are the things that are going, and the Raiders are missing their center. I think they got a rookie starting in this place. So they got something tough ahead of them, but I just don't think that the Cardinals can overcome the disconnect between their quarterback and their coach. So I'm going with the Raiders.
All right. Say it.
He's right. No D-Hop. No, D-Hop is not in the building. D-Hop, he got 5 more games. And as long as D-Hop is out of there, whoever's on the other side is going to get everything they got. And I think the Devontae was a little upset by losing last week, and he's gonna get the ball a lot in Alton this week. So give me the Raiders, and I'm laying at 5.5.
All right, and I too. This is going to be a touchdown. They're going to beat them by a touchdown and a field goal. They're going to put up 10. So that 5.5, I feel really safe with that 5.5 right there for minus 114. Say it, put me down with the Raiders minus 5.5. I'm gonna leave that up there, that comment up there for you for a little bit. Go Caps asked for John Graves YouTube channel.
Oh, cool. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, listen, the Arizona Cardinals are my team to miss the playoffs this year, and I've said that the Raiders are gonna win the division. I really like them. I think they're gonna all beat each other up in the division. So that the Chargers beat them, and then the Chiefs beat a hobbled Chargers after the quarterback got hurt and all that. I just think it comes with the territory in this division. It is going to be as good as publicized, with the exception of Denver, who I said is not the real deal, and I stand by that as well. But I would like to take win line for the Raiders and give me the over.
Ooh.
I'm gonna make it spicy. Give me the
He
over.
got fancy. He got fancy.
I think Arizona will get a little bit better this week, but I think that, man, I don't think they're gonna be able to do nothing with Devontae. They ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that monster of a tight end. I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna do him kind of bad, but I think it'll be high scoring.
Hey, you know who I forgot to mention?
Who was that?
I'm a big fan of him. Their slot gangster, Renfro.
Oh, yeah, Renfro.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't even saying nothing about him.
I'd say less.
Devontae,
he's a slot gangster.
Renfro, Waller,
Jacobs.
And I think Carr is like ready now.
Yeah.
He's went through kind of being decent. He's went through them being kind of bad. I think he's ready now. Like he's matured to take the reins.
Plus, they went through a whole lot last year, man. That's gotten their team.
That's what they keep discounting.
Yeah. So
that's one of my biggest features. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you.
He galvanized that team last year, Lady A.
So the Cardinals just kind of got their little feelings hurt for week one. They're tired. They lost at home. I just don't see them winning against the Raiders at home. I don't. You can't go into that stadium tired and downtrodden. I haven't used that in a long time.
Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden,
right?
And I will give you rest.
Right. But I don't see them going out there and winning this. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Raiders money line.
So all of us are on the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yep.
I almost switched, but then I looked and saw that bird, and I realized that the Call of Duty beta is out.
Pause, Caps.
Say it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what I said?
The
Call of Duty
beta's out.
The
beta does me no
out.
good. I didn't pay for the beta.
No, but Kyler Murray did.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be doing his homework.
That's why he ain't out there doing no work.
Yeah, he ain't doing his homework.
He ain't there playing the beta.
Kyler Murray did.
But you know what? But all jokes aside, it really makes him look bad in the press conference. Him coming out and saying the exact opposite of what the head coach said. Yeah. When they signed a contract saying that he needed to do this in his contract, and they hurt his feelings and they took it out of his contract, it's too late. It's already out there.
Yeah.
Because they took it out of his contract. I mean, Jack Dizzle, it's already out there. He don't like watching film. He don't like studying the playbook. It's out there.
Yes.
So hope he enjoyed his contract.
Listen, we did do a betting 101. Go to YouTube and look for it. It's called Gamblers for Beginnings. We did that. It's a 3-part series. We had our guy on from Vegas. He tells you about the spreads. He tells you about everything. So yes, go back, watch that, practice a little bit, do your research, and then you place your first bet. Make sure it's with BetRivers and use promo code 250, and they'll match up your first deposit up to $250. So yeah, it's out there in the ether. Go get it. Go consume it. Hey, here's a game that I'm really interested in. 2 0-1 teams both of which should have won their games last week.
Not 0-1.
Yeah.
0-1.
0-1. They got a tie. They're not 0-1. It's different.
Oh, they did. They do have a tie.
It's a tie.
They do have a tie.
Right.
Two winless teams.
There you go.
Two winless teams who both should have won their games last week face each other. So somebody will get their first victory of the season. The question is, will it be the Houston Texans or will it be the Denver Broncos? The Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson had a terrible time in Seattle where they should have punched in a couple of TDs and came away with field goals. And then their coach comes back and says, I did the wrong thing. I took the ball out of Russell Wilson's hands. You have the Houston Texans who were up big and allowed the Indianapolis Colts back into the game to finish with a tie. Brandon Cooks went bananas. And their quarterback continues to play better. Houston's defense continues to play better. Coach Graybeard, Papa Smurf. Lovie Smith has them going in the right direction here. They have them going in the right direction. But will it be enough to stop Russell Wilson and his powerful Denver offense? Let's look at this line. You got plus 10 for the Houston Texans at minus 110, plus 190. I'm sorry, plus 390 on their win line at minus 110 for the Broncos at minus 10 at minus 110 for the Denver Broncos on the spread, minus 480 on their win line. The over-under set at 45.5 at minus 113 for the over, minus 108 for the under. Man, I said a mouthful. I'm just going to shut up and ask John, who you got?
So I'd say Lovie Smith, I would say in general, is a better coach. But the fact is that he wasn't able to take Chicago anywhere. He's a very good defense. I'm not surprised that he's got the defense playing better because he's a very good defensive coach. He's known for that. But I think Russell Wilson feeling the sting of being taken out the game when he was taken out the game. I think that his coach realizing, that he messed up and I think he tried to get too clever. And so I think that they're going to simplify things a little bit, put the ball in the hands of the dude who you're paying so much money to that you brought to Denver specifically for that purpose. And I think that, the Broncos will come out with a win.
Got you. The Broncos with
in spite of their coach.
Facts. Say it.
Well, I must say I was highly disappointed in Denver's offensive scheme. I must really put that out there right now. I was highly disappointed in the offensive scheme. I was disappointed in the offensive line not being able to hold anybody back. Can you say porous was the offensive line?
Porous.
Houston had Indy down, had their foot on their throat, and some type of way they let it slip off of there and got rear naked choked out to a tie. With that being said, I think 10 points is too much between these two teams. So give me Houston and plus 10.
I like it, say it. I really, really like it. I really like what you said. Remember, I said 10 points is disrespectful. I said that, right?
Yes, you did.
Your boy puts his money where his mouth is. I took Houston plus the 10 because it is disrespectful. And Houston is on the come up. That's all I'm going to say. Give me Houston plus the 10.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, I got to roll with you on this. I was hoping nobody picked it because I was like, I think Houston is better. I think that they're just better than what we wanted to give them credit for, considering everything that happened in the offseason. But I think they're better coached. And I believe that, would they be better if they had their original quarterback? Ooh. Sure. But we can't do anything about that. That ship has sailed. I am not a believer in Denver, and I'm not a believer in Russell Wilson. I think his time has come. And so with that being said, give me the plus 10 for Houston. And I think for us, he going to have to get in the video with his wife or something because this ain't finna be a good week for him.
Wow.
Oh, that's man. Every time, say it. Switch me over because the last
when
time
he bring up wife,
and hey, give me Denver money line.
You sure?
Give me Denver money line. Give me Denver money line. He talked about Giselle And no, that's
Now he bringing up Sierra.
Yep.
That ain't got nothing to do with the price of 10,
Man.
Once you gotta make up for that suit.
That's why Pick is picking at the bottom of the list. You keep going with those convictions, sir. You just keep right on ahead.
You keep naming wives, and I'm gonna keep picking against you.
Hey, sounds look like the Cowboys were doomed from the start, so that ain't the good one to pick. Now, mind you, they only had 4 freaking field goals.
Hold on, rewind on this. Can you rewind a little bit? Could you rewind? He says the Cowboys were doomed from the start.
Yeah, he did, right?
Y'all clip that? Is that
but he picked them. He picked them.
No, just the way he said Cowboys are doomed from the start. I just want him to remember that. I want you to play that constantly. Okay.
Yeah, he can clip that.
But listen, this is what he did. So Ant is 0-1 when he names when he names wives.
Man,
so I'm just going to put it on a run. He's going to be 0-2. So
get that mess out of here.
No, but I think yeah, you're right. He did. Did you mention Sierra last week?
No.
You mentioned Giselle, right?
Yeah, you just mentioned
Giselle.
Giselle.
I know you mentioned. I didn't say nothing about that. No, I didn't say nothing about Sierra last week.
I don't think he did, but somebody did mention Sierra because I started laughing and say she was hanging with Lala. I don't remember who it was.
It might have been me,
Kyle.
but I picked them to lose. Last week. So and they lost.
What's going on?
Okay, so Lady A, it's on you.
So last week the Colts ran up on the Texans 517 yards. So that's not a good look. They had a couple turnovers. The Colts made them look bad. I mean, it was a tie game, but the Texans, they're not looking so good. I feel like the Broncos last week, it was a fluke situation. I feel Russell was playing his old team. They just had his number. I feel like, said you were saying something about their offense and how you were disappointed. I think that they're going to show up this week. I'm going to go ahead and take Broncos money line. I feel like Russell is still Russell, and I think they're going to pull it out. So Broncos money line.
All right. Okay. Linda said it's no longer tied. She's back yelling, "I hate Missouri State." I'm right there with you. Maryland just got the ball. Okay, now if that was not enough day football for you, let's go to Sunday night football. We have Lions, Tigers, and Bears, and Packers. Oh, my. So we have the Bears versus the Packers. Does Aaron Rodgers still own the Chicago Bears? We're going to find out because last week he could not own the Minnesota Vikings and he could not own his wide receivers catching passes. Mm-hmm. Let's find out if last week it was a fluke because the Chicago Bears beat the San Francisco 49ers, or is this the way it's going to be? They're going to run this ball. They're going to control the clock. They're going to control the tempo of the game, and they're going to let their defense and Roquan Smith from
University of Georgia.
I'm getting it up.
They're going to let
I'm getting it out.
Hey,
their defense and Roquan Smith.
Just keep it in your hand because you're gonna need quite a few on this one.
Hey, are we gonna let them do what they do and keep the game close? Here's the line. Chicago Bears plus 10 at minus 110. The win line is plus 375. The Green Bay Packers are minus 10 at minus 110 again. Minus 480 here. The over-under set at 41.5. The over is minus 112, and the under is minus 109. John, who you got?
Well, Aaron Rodgers. So not only is Green Bay 6-0 against the Bears, with Matt LaFleur as the coach, but Aaron Rodgers tends to play well at home and on Sunday Night Football. So I don't see that changing. The only thing is, I don't like the way that he was a little bit shady against his wide receivers, his rookie wide receivers in the media. I think that's bad business. So it's a matter of how they respond to being basically called out. Also, I don't know is Alan Lazard coming back or is he still questioning?
No, he's out.
Okay, so he's out. So basically, these two dudes who you just put on Front Street, you just put them on display. That's who you're going to be dependent on. But the fact is that they do have let's see, who's their running back for the Packers?
They have Dylan, and they have Aaron. Oh God,
Aaron Jones.
Aaron
Jones.
Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is
Aaron.
he's really good against the Bears, So I think that Green Bay is going to extend this, and I'm looking for Green Bay to go ahead and take it.
Green Bay. Say it.
I must agree. Even though they got Justin Fields, University of Georgia / Ohio State on their squad, Chicago offensive line is garbage. And had it not been for the rain, it would have showed up that way in game 1. Green Bay has Stokes at cornerback, University of Georgia. They got a Walker on the defensive line, University of Georgia, and they got Channing Tindall at linebacker from the University of Georgia.
Oh my God!
Just so you know. But when real talk though, I think Green Bay bounces back because of the simple fact he probably has better protection around him than Justin Fields. Remember, Khalil Mack is no longer in Chicago.
Right.
Only person they have left is the linebacker from the University of Georgia. But anyway, I think Green Bay wins this. It's hard to tell. So I can't go either way with this 10 because it could be less than 10, it could be more than 10. So I'm going to take a money line.
Green Bay Packers money line. Listen, 10 is a disrespectful number.
And they keep putting it on all these games.
10 is a disrespectful number. 10 is just a disrespectful number. I'm just going to tell you like that. But not in this case. Give me the Chicago Bears plus the 10. Give me the Chicago Bears plus the 10.
All right, let me ask a question because y'all know I don't know nothing about gambling, but I heard this on the radio. Mm-hmm. Don't you get 3 points like for whatever just being at home? So technically, they're basically saying they expecting to win by a touchdown, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
At certain home fields, but not the Commanders, because
that's going to change.
That will change we win, and that's what our fans. We have the smartest fans in the league. Yeah. You're not winning. We will show you. We don't appreciate you not winning by not showing up.
Yep.
Ant.
I'm actually gonna take the spread. Give me -10. I think he just has a way of finding a way to beat these guys no matter what's going on. I don't think that changes. Until he doesn't. Yeah, I gotta roll with it. I think he finds a way to get lightning in a bottle. I'm not so sure that they're going to even be a good team this year, but he will find.
Ant is breaking up. It's probably that terrible pick he just made. He is in a tailspin.
I feel like he's still trying to talk.
He is.
I hear.
Go ahead, Lady A.
Okay. Oh, he's gone. So I like Aaron Rodgers, and we talked about this last week. Even though I went against him. Aaron is. I feel like Aaron is Aaron. We know he's a jerk, and I'm sure that his young receivers know this, but at the same time, they don't feel too good about what he has said. I do feel like that was a wake-up call last week for him. So I'm still going to go with Green Bay, but I'm going to take the money line.
All right. Nice pick. Nice pick by you. Nice pick by you. Ant took Green Bay. He's laying the 10. And yes, we do have I did jump out on that island.
You did.
I did. Now, this week is a little bit special because we have 2 Monday night games.
Yep.
Here's the first one here. We have the Tennessee Titans. Whoa, why did it not go?
There you go. Right
there it is. We have the Tennessee Titans being the sacrificial lambs to the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo's home opener. Or are they? King Henry, they got a loss in his versus the New York Giants last week. How do you keep a good offense off the field? How do you keep a good offense off the field? You run the ball, you control the clock. The Tennessee Titans have the team to do this. They have the team to keep Buffalo and Josh Allen on the sideline. However, Buffalo's defense is much, much more improved. They are improved in their running game with their linebackers flowing sideline to sideline. Their secondary will come up and hit you. And did we mention that they have one of the best pass rushers in the league by the name of Von Miller? The Tennessee Titans stumbled versus the New York Giants, who no one expected to steal a victory from them. And King Henry does have to prove he's back, and their quarterback still needs to play much, much better. They have a young rookie at wide receiver in Treylon Burks, who actually played pretty well last week. Do they have enough firepower? Here comes that disrespectful 10 again. We got the Tennessee Titans plus 10 at minus 109, at plus 365. And the Buffalo Bills are minus 10, minus 112 at minus 435. The over-under set at 47.5, with the over being minus 107, the under being minus 114. John?
So the Bills should just stop a hole in the Titans, but for some reason the Titans have been a thorn in the Bills' side. I mean, if you want to discount 2020, say that's COVID. There was a COVID outbreak in the Titans locker room. They pushed the game back. They hardly practiced, and they still crushed the Bills 42-16. I'm looking at it right now. It's 42-16. Then in 2021, Josh Allen slips on near the goal line on fourth down. The Titans end up winning. So it seems like they're one of those teams that kind of just, like you have like that one team that just for some reason always beats you. So like Jacksonville always beats the Colts, for example. At the same time, Josh Allen is playing like a maniac, man. He's playing like he knows that he's supposed to be kind of realizing his potential. So I think they're going to come in there with a lot of emotion. And if they play up to their potential, I think the Bills should win this. So this to me it shouldn't be a toss-up, but to me it's a toss-up. And I'm going to say that the Bills edge it out.
The Bills edge it out. Sounds to me like he's taking the Bills on the money line. Say it.
Yeah, man. This team is disrespectful for this game, for real. But actually, it's a toss-up. Which Tennessee team is going to show up? Is it the Tennessee team that ran the gamut toward the end of the year, even when they didn't have the big running back? Or is it going to be the Tennessee team that showed up last week against the Giants? We know what Buffalo got. And they played at home. I got to go with the Bills. I'm going to the Bills at the house.
Bills at the crib. Are you taking win line? Okay, listen. Does anyone remember what the Bills did to the Super Bowl champ? They went in to Los Angeles, dismantled them. Mm-hmm. Don't say it's just because they were on their celebration, because that's not what I believe. I really don't believe it's just because they're celebrating. I believe it's because the Bills will get bored at some point in time during this football season because of how dominant they're going to be, and they're going to be dominant in this game. I said 10 points is disrespectful, but not in this game. This spread literally should probably be 15, but I'm going to take it at minus 10 for the minus 112. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so apparently my laptop's not holding the charge anymore. That's a whole nother situation. This phone thing sucks. But I think that the Bills are for real. I don't know. I that's a good stat about, the Titans, but I don't see it. I just don't think that. I think the Titans window came and went. And if they had a chance to do something great, number one seed, getting your running back at the right time, that was the opportunity for them. Tannehill's not the guy. I will have to take the Bills money line at home. I think they're going to get it done.
Bills money line at home. Scared money, boys. Lady A.
So, yes, the Titans took the Bills in 2020 by like 26 points. It was ridiculous, but that was 2020. In the offseason, the Bills have pretty much beefed up everything that they had going for them. I can't stand the Bills. I think I made that clear before. I don't like them. But they also have extra. They had rest. They have a few extra days of rest. I feel like they're going to come in this game. They're going to be fired up. They do have a lot to prove as a whole, as an organization. They want that Super Bowl. And I feel like the best thing for them was Brady leaving the Patriots. So they're coming for it. I'm going to take the Bills, unfortunately, money line.
Bills money line. So it sounds like all of us are on these Bills right here. Some of us believe in them a little bit more than others. I'm just going to say that. Not throwing no shade at anyone on this podcast. I just think that literally, I told y'all at some point in time during the season, the Bills
I
will
still
get
gave
bored.
them the W.
Yeah.
Look what I did right there. I
see.
didn't mean to do that.
Mhm.
Look, I'm just telling you.
And the Bills also have Dalvin Cook brother James Cook on the team.
Where you go to school?
University of Georgia. University of Georgia.
But look at Aunt talking about where you go to school. Now, come on now.
Listen.
I like throwing a little loud to my boy, man.
This is what I'm saying, man. Listen, I think they are really going to get bored during the season, but these first two games aren't it. They're going to get bored, like probably in the middle of the season. They're going to embarrass the first 5 teams that they play. And I'm glad that the Commanders are now.
Maybe they don't get bored.
I'm telling you, this is what the NFL knows. That this game is going to be over in the first quarter, so they put another game on Monday night to go behind it, just so they keep the ratings up. That's what the NFL knows. And here's that second game. This is the second game right here. The Philadelphia Eagles are, with their home opener, taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I've told y'all a lot that Kirk Cousins is not my favorite quarterback to talk about. But this is a talented team that he has, right? Jefferson, the receiver, is uncoverable. We see with the running game did from the Detroit Lions last week versus the Eagles, which is going to force the Eagles to put another man down in the box, and they're going to let that wide receiver run free. No, they're not. They're going to try to cover Jefferson because last week versus Green Bay, he was uncoverable. So then Minnesota is going to have Cook running wild on Philadelphia. Wait, Philly's just going to put 12 men on the field. That's how their defense is going to handle this. This is Philly's first loss right here. I'm telling y'all right now, but I'm going to give y'all the line, and I'm going to let y'all figure it out which way it's going to go. We have the Minnesota Vikings +2 at -110. Their win line is +112. The Eagles are -2 at -110 at -130. Everybody has them penciled in for the Super Bowl right now. It's a good thing they wrote it in pencil and not pen because you're going to erase it. The over-under set at 50.5 at -108, and that under is -113. John, who you got?
Sid. I mean, Kirk Cousins is not. That dude is the king of the garbage time stats.
They say it freeze again?
Yeah, that's why he put Sid. That's why he put Eagles money line.
So, Kirk Cousins. I mean, I don't really have a lot of faith in Kirk Cousins. At the same time, though, man, the Eagles gave up 175 yards to DeAndre Swift in Week 1. And I think Dalvin Cook is going to come back and do the exact same thing to them that DeAndre Swift did. The biggest thing, I don't have a lot of faith in Kirk Cousins, but I got faith in the fact that he's better than Jared Goff, in my opinion. And even more than that, the Vikings have KOC as the coach. And
yes,
I
he
have
does.
A lot of faith in him. So I'm taking the Vikings.
Where did he come from?
That's smart man from the
Rams.
Commanders. But actually, he was with.
Actually, he was from the Rams.
From the Rams.
Commanders to Rams with Sean
right.
McVay.
That's
and
right.
picked by Sean McVay.
KOC should have never let him out.
Real quick. You saw all the nonsense about running the ball. The reason they ran the ball is they took Jordan Davis out of the game. And the problem is the defensive coordinator took a bunch of heat because as long as he was in the game, they couldn't run the ball. So he's been taking heat all week long while he didn't play. Why you keep taking him out? He's been taking heat all week long. But guess what?
Would Jordan Davis play?
University of Georgia. N'Kobe Dean only played 2 snaps last week. They burned him. They burned the defensive coordinator up. University of Georgia as well. So with both of them in the game, N'Kobe Dean still may not play as much, but Jordan Davis will be on the field much more than he was last week. He only played 22 snaps last week out of 56. I think they had on defense, 56 to 58. It was like take it back. It was more than that because they say he was at 22%. But anyway. The defensive coordinator has been taking major heat behind that because they showed when he was on the field, they was unable to run the ball. When he was off the field, they was able to run the ball. Eagles money line.
Eagles money line. Sounds like to me like you're picking your University of Georgia guys over your other University of Georgia guy, Dalvin Cook said. And until
Dalvin Cook didn't go to Georgia. He went to Florida State.
He went to Florida State. You are absolutely right. Well, his brother
went to
his brother went to the University of Georgia. He played for Buffalo. So I'm gonna say Baby Cook from the University of Georgia. But say it. This is what I know. Until you show me that you can stop the run, I'm going to keep running the ball. I'm going to force you to bring that extra man down in the box so I can hit you over the head with Jay Jettison. And that's what I think Minnesota's going to do. They have Adam Thielen, Jefferson, a nice tight end, a running back, a fullback. Their defense is getting better. I think they contain Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not saying this because the Philadelphia Eagles are in our conference. I'm saying it because the Philadelphia Eagles showed a chink in their armor being a running game, and they have a tough running back to stop this week. Yeah. So give me the +2 for the Minnesota Vikings. Give me the +2 for the Minnesota Vikings. And
I don't know what says infatuation is with the Eagles. I really don't, and it's driving me nuts. I get it. They got a bunch of guys that should be on the Falcons because they 75 miles down the road, and they don't go. They really need to stay out y'all backyard at Georgia. That's really the problem. And Georgia need to, and the Falcons need to wise up and pick the players that's 75 miles down the road. But that's a whole nother situation.
He picked the Eagles to win the division, so he ain't letting it go.
And well off. And who was the number one quarterback? And who was the number one quarterback in your division last week?
Carson Wentz.
Negative.
No,
Negative.
It was.
You talking about the multi-purpose guy that played for the Eagles?
Jalen Hurts was the number one quarterback in your division last week.
He ain't a quarterback. He's
another running back. Go ahead. I digress. Go ahead.
I disagree. But
I'm just hearing what the stats say, bro. The stats say different.
Did he run for 100 yards?
He did.
No,
it is what it is.
I'm talking about. All right.
That's sustainable.
And how many yards? How many yards did Rain have last week?
Ray who?
Rain.
He said Rain.
I said Rain. I didn't say Rain. I said Rain.
You know, clearly we ain't talking about him. I was talking about Carson. I'm like, you pure pocket passer back there. But anyway, listen, give me the +112, man, for the Vikings. I think they are legit. I think that's the reason more than anything, and they will find a way to correct what Detroit didn't. There's no reason on 3rd and 15 you should be letting Jalen run. That's just stupidity. And so
I play zone.
I think they'll correct what Detroit didn't because they're a much better team. So,
Lady A.
So I can't stand Kirk Cousins. I'm just gonna be real with y'all.
Tell us how you feel.
I've never been a fan. However, Philly gave up 6.5 yards per carry last week.
Ooh.
They gave up some yards per carry. So that's a problem for me. I feel like the person to watch is Justin Jefferson. I do feel like it's going to be a close game. So with that said, I am going to go Vikings money line.
Vikings money line. Said. That's right. You are.
Wilson!
Yeah, said. Sorry.
Yeah, man. I'm rooting against you so hard on that one.
Look, Kevin O'Connell, I realize y'all don't like the thing is you're not necessarily familiar with him, but the reality is when he was offensive coordinator, I'm not saying he's a quarterback whisperer. All I know is that when he was at Washington, he was the only person under whose tutelage Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace, was performing well.
Yes.
He goes to Los Angeles and Stratford.
Golf.
No,
he go first.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he gets there and Matthew Stafford leaves Detroit and goes to a Super Bowl immediately. So I just think that with him and with Kirk Cousins, if anybody can fix Kirk Cousins, it's going to be Kevin O'Connell.
That's the only thing I disagree with you on. I don't think it's that he fixed Matthew Stafford. I just think
It's kind of hard to lose in a situation like that. Not saying it's not possible because Jared Goff, but I think
they do have a stacked team. I get it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if people
they're an actual dream
take
team.
your word for it, you do have experience with them being a commander coach at one point. So I'll take your word for it.
Hey, listen, John, it's been great having you. I really, really appreciate all the support that you show the channel, all the support and love you show the channel. Tell everybody what you do and how long you've been a Commanders fan. And I should have did this at the beginning, but we had to get right into it.
So I'm the founder of Garage Gym Life, and that is a brand that's based around home-based fitness. The idea is that you don't have to go join a gym and rent time at a gym if you want to pursue your fitness goals. I believe you can do that right there in the same place where you rest, eat, and sleep at, and that is your home. And so my channel is based around informing people to empower them to be able to make sound decisions so they can create an environment where they can pursue their goals, and then we motivate them to actually pursue those goals once they have the necessary tools. So my channel is Garage Gym Life. I really appreciate being here. It's actually a pleasure to talk about football. As I said, I'm a Commanders fan. I've been a fan of Washington since 1981. I came this close to being a Steelers fan. When I came to the States, I actually had a Terry Bradshaw action figure for some strange reason, but I grew up in the DMV, and so I am a Washington fan to the heart. I was at the Super Bowl parade when Doug Williams won the Super Bowl, so they let us out of high school to go to that parade. So I've been a Commanders fan for a long, long time. It's a pleasure being on here.
I had to cut class.
Hey, I'm telling you, they let us out of school. They say if you want to go to the parade, you don't even need a note. Just go up to the office, say I'm going to the parade. And here's the thing. We go up, this is high school now. This is a perfect chance to cut class and just leave. We all actually went to the parade because that was crazy. I mean, the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Yeah. So we actually all went to that. That was a historic thing. I've seen a lot of ups and downs with my franchise, but I am a Commanders fan to the heart. And only thing I say about your podcast, man, is I recognize quality. I told you that I love the way that you guys put it together. I love the interplay. I think that you guys have good quality content, and just a matter of time before the work is out there. And a lot of that is down to you guys at home. You need to take the link for this and share it with at least one other person who enjoys football, because they are going to enjoy this podcast. Show them some support. It's free, costs you nothing. Like, subscribe, encourage somebody you know who trusts your judgment to like and subscribe.
There we go. Appreciate that. Listen, we kept y'all long enough. We hit the 2-hour mark. Didn't mean to today, but we had a lot of back and forths, and Ant was crying a lot. I'm gonna clip it off. Ant was doing a lot of crying today.
Whatever.
Cowboys are doomed.
Well, thank you to the 12 people that are in here, though.
Get with us on Tuesday, as we will have a very special guest again to break down the Commanders' victory. And, tell a friend to like and subscribe to the First Stream Podcast. And again, make sure you download that BetRivers app or go to www.betrivers.com. You must be 21 years or older to play. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for sticking with us. Thank y'all. Say it. Tell them about it.
Go Dogs.